Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Tonight, we're going to begin working on this Project Lotta. We're going to build this car from the ground up. Looks like we have one headlight. We need 3 more. Let's go ahead and clean this thing off and see what we got. We're going to rip this all down. The way that I do these, it's going to take us a while. It probably will take us several episodes to build. But the Lotta, it's a fairly simple car. It doesn't require a lot of stuff to build. Some of the engine internals, I feel like we have enough money in our bank that we can go with probably some slightly upgraded internals. So I think what we're going to do is I'll probably try to find the guy that does the shady deals behind the shop in town and buy parts from him. I believe his parts are new, but I could be wrong about that. But he is way cheaper, like the black market part guy. And I think for the engine internal, so that we don't deal, because what I've had happen the last couple times I've built cars on my streaming save, we run into situations where the car really is in bad shape. And the engine, even though it looks pristine, like when you put it together, the parts are just inches away from breaking. And unfortunately, we're going to try to, or that's a reality of this game. So we're going to try to avoid that by replacing things like the camshaft, the crankshaft, the pistons. And we will use good parts for those so that anything that is on the outside of the engine, fine. I don't really care that much because we can see that it broke. It's easy to replace. But if something goes wrong inside the engine, it is a nightmare to take it apart and get it working. So, so we're going to kind of look at sticking with new parts for the inside of the motor. We may end up buying extras of some of the suspension parts because the suspension also is easy to fall apart. So, anyway, this truck's going to be messy. I'm not going to go too crazy with it. All right, so it's fairly clean. We're missing some windows. We got a decent amount of windows on this car though too, which is nice. Looks like that's there. This is missing. This is missing. That's there. So we don't have too much glass to buy. Do we need a roof liner? It looks like we probably need a roof liner. Honestly, the car's in pretty good shape, but let's pull it apart and take a look and see what needs done. I'm probably going to throw one of these wheels on. That's actually a pretty good tire. What do we got here? Kind of worn tire. Yeah, those are going to need replacing. There's a good tire there, though. So you got 2 good ones here. Yep. And for now, I'm just going to pop this on so we can move the car. Oh, I have to jack it up to do it. We never did get the jack stand, did we? We're going to have to bring a lift up here, too. So why don't we go grab the lift? I need, let's see, the move tool. And I'm going to take this cap off because this will be easier to move without the cap. The cap's good when we're transporting parts. I guess the back of the cap was never fastened on. Where did it go? What? God. I got a window invested in that. What the heck? Where did it go? Are you serious? That thing just disappeared? Son of a biscuit. The whole door just left. Oh, there it is. What? Okay. Are these fastened? Yeah. One of them looks like it's not. Let's fasten that down just to make sure. No, those are fastened. So it's just weird. Okay, well. Takes one to know one, I guess. All right, so actually I'm just going to bring this Just in case we need this, I'm going to bring it with me. I don't think we're going to need that, but hey, you never know. So let's run down. It's behind us. So I got to figure out how to get there. There we go. All right. So the place that we need to go is back here. Love that old V8 sound. I think we go this way. Yeah. Like we're going into town. What does this place have? Anything good? Squeak. Nothing. And then we're going to turn to the right. Not very good turn there, but so apparently you could deliver pizza in this game, which is a way to make money. I thought that was kind of funny. Definitely a little bit of a nod to my summer car there. Though I don't think you could deliver pizza in my summer car, but you can make deliveries. Okay, I'm just looking for the road that goes down there, and it's to our left here. So this is the beach, and there's 2 lifts here that are free. We just need one, but when we open the shop, we might need to steal some of these also. What is that? Whoa. That's got to be worth some money. We could put that in our house. We need some furniture and a television in our house anyway. Anyway, here are the houses. I see more stuff scattered around the backyards. We'll go take a look at that. Oh, look at all this. Okay, so what did I do with the other stand? I've already grabbed one of the stands, it looks like. I don't remember doing that, but I have no idea where I put it. Do you guys remember what I did with the stand? Oh, you know what? It's at the junkyard. That's right. But this is cool, so we can grab this. Actually, well, might help to. Yeah, that worked. Okay, let's do this. Fold this all up. And I'm going to put the tailgate down. And let's see what this does. There we go. And we have some stereo pieces here. Very nice. And some tool chests. I'm not sure what you do with the chests. I think they're just empty, but maybe they're not. Nothing. Nothing. And nothing. Okay. I'm not sure what the point of those is, but... All right, let's head on back carefully. We got our stand. Now, I don't know if the parts guy, the shady parts guy, if he's got like floorboards and stuff like that. But if he does, we should probably buy from him too, because he's so cheap. This might go right to our house. Let's try this. Well, there's an old burnt down house. Is that our house? That's that building. Whoops. I stalled it. Yeah, we want to go this way. Okay, that's cool. This doesn't take us right back to the house, but it's closer. It takes us closer. So we don't have to go all the way up to town and back. Oh. Looked like the road ended right there. Made my legs feel funny. Yep, and then right here. And I think, is this our driveway? No. Did I go the right way? I did not. Shoot, I got lost. Dang it. Whoops. That's it right there, I think. It's so easy to get lost on this darn map. That's this way. And honestly, we never have to go back there again, so it's not like I have to memorize it. That was all we needed from there. Okay, here we are. Yep. All right. We are home. And let's grab our move furniture tool. Should we put this in the garage? I think it's probably outside front. What do you think? That's not going to work. Ugh. How high is the roof? Isn't very high in there. So probably like here. Yep, and then we'll put this in. Is that a center channel? Here's my mismatched stereo. Oh, come on. Seriously? We can blast the Bluey theme song. Do 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 do. Oh. I mean, I'm assuming this is a tower speaker. It looks like the woofer's at the bottom, the sound port. And then we got another type of speaker here. This is a studio monitor style speaker, like a shelf speaker. Donk. This is what I have on my stereo at home. Okay. Let's push the truck back. Yeah. There we go. And I'll suppose we should put the wheels on. And what this does is this allows us to put this wheel on, and then we can supposedly, we should be able to, theoretically, I should say, should be able to roll the car around like we did the truck, even though it's not powered. And this will be kind of a fun rebuild. So there we go. Looks good. We'll grab this. We're going to move this out of the way. Pick that up. Put that in the toolbox, and let's scoot this car over. See, once it has tires on, we can start sort of moving it. Which it takes a little while, but we can still scooch it. And this, I don't think it took. Why aren't these moving? Give me a second here. I'm going to save and reload. Okay, it's working again. We can push these out and lower them. I thought maybe they had embedded into the ground, which is why they were sticking, but that was not the case. The game was just glitching, as usual. Okay. Keep on pushing. So this car has some good parts in it. Once again, the internals we're going to replace. The externals we can grab from the junkyard. Brakes, tires, that kind of stuff I usually buy new. Brake lines, I'll use. The little ones I buy new because they're cheap, but the main brake lines for the car I just get from the junkyard. Because those are usually, they don't like go bad as you're driving and stuff. Suspension arms and stuff are usually an issue. Let's see a little further. How does that look? That's a little too far. So this thing's going to come all apart. We are going to really like strip this thing down to the bare nugs. And there won't be much left when we're done. But it'll come back together as a very nice little car. Shiitake mushrooms. Okay, there we go. It pushed it over. Dang it. But I mean, that kind of works. I won't be able to get the door open, which sucks. No. No. Come on. We're just $50,000 away from our dreams. Okay. Now that we mostly got it up, let's see what we got. Yeah. And not surprisingly, lots of stuff is missing. That Doesn't surprise me. That's how these junk cars are. But that's why they're a good price. Got one little beauty ring. Do we own any others? No. So we're going to put our parts kind of together here. And now that we got all the wheels on, we're going to take them back off. These can wait outside because they don't really... Oh, what is this? That's probably for a Chad. I mean, it says... We could try it. It may not fit. Now, I've been having some issues with this weird... It looks like dirt. Okay, this came off this time. Last time I tried to clean these off, they wouldn't get clean. It just stayed on. It was really weird. I think you guys saw that with the rust that was on. It must have just been a glitch. We're also going to start a junk pile. I think we probably just start throwing them in the back of the truck, right? Because that's how we're going to haul junk. Probably should put this back on too, so it's not... Stuff's not popping out. Let's grab this real quick. And bolt those two bolts back on again. I'm trying to get it through the window so I don't have to like go try to get in the bed. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Meow. Okay. That's good. So bad parts can go in there. Good parts can go... That's a good part. Why is this in the junk pile? That's not bad. That's another pickup truck window. 2 of them. It's dirty, but it's good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's broken. Yeah. So that can get pitched. Got one light, one tail light. And let's grab this off here. Looks like that side has a good half axle. Half shaft is good. This side, these tires are definitely bad. I will replace all 4 tires with new ones. Do we have a tire? We have a tire machine. Yeah, we do. Okay. And there's another one here too. I must have bought these knowing I was going to do this car. I don't remember doing this, but we have the back tail light for that car. I think one for each side, hopefully. Good parts here. We got a header. This is still good. Our manifold. We're missing the whole steering assembly. We'll put all the front shock stuff over here. That looks like a drive shaft for what? B200, rats. So front stuff's going to go here. Back stuff's going to go on the other side. This is junk. This half shaft is, or this lower arm is bad. Our carrier looks bad. The brake. These are good, but I don't ever keep those. No, but that hose. Dang it! I should. That's good enough that we'll keep it because hoses. I don't know that these wear out. I don't know where to put it. There's a shifter. That's good. Not B200. Dang it. Let's try to throw all the B200 stuff together. Battery, LAD. That'll work. Is this charging? I don't know. Got a bunch of LAD belts. A LAD light. And another LAD tire. Okay. Did that control arm come loose yet? No. So let's see. This is going to come out. That's just fine. Front hub F4. That's McCoffee. So that's... Oh, yeah. This is coming loose. That assembly looks... That would... No, that's bad. I'll throw this over here. Wait, what do I do with the... Yeah, just get rid of that. We always put new brakes on just for safety. We'll get it back. Don't worry. Are these all the same except for that one? They are. So these must maybe all came... No. Different levels of dirty, too. These are all painted. Okay, so these two are different, but these are all this. Those three are the same, right? No. Wait a minute. Okay, those two are the... Oh, we'll just paint them all. It doesn't matter. Why hasn't that come off yet? And I have the big flashlight, yeah. That looks bad. That's a bad spring. Who's making a list here? So I need... From the front, I need the tie rods. I need the steering rack. Hub cap times 4. Tires times 4. 14-inch white wall. What else do we need? Hub carrier FL. Hub carrier FL. I need at least one front spring. We'll put a ×2 in there if both of them are bad. Let's bring this down a little bit because I can't reach. Okay. And the other thing I want to do is I want to grab our big flashlight and we'll turn this on out here. There we go. That's a nice flashlight. That thing works great. And since there's no like shadow from your guy, it actually kind of pierces right through. Okay, so we have, surprisingly, we're going to need lower control arm FL. Lower control arm FL. And yeah, up, nope. Upper control arm FL, yeah, FL, yep. And so we go throw this in the back. Surprisingly, nah, that's bad. Nope. Since we're using those wheels again, we need a hub F4. So this is bad. We got 2 front shocks. That's all we've gotten so far. Once again, I think I'm going to try buying the parts from that guy. It's because I've done the junkyard before. We know the junkyard parts are going to go bad. Like there's a 30% chance that the junkyard part's going to go bad. So I would rather see if that dude that sells the secret parts, if he has them in stock, we can grab them from him. It's a little further than the junkyard, but all right, that's loose, but I don't know. It's not coming off yet. So, okay. Now, here, yep, we need 2 of these. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at our notes. Times 2. FL and FR. And there we go. Okay. Bonk. Ow. Did I say 2 springs? No. Front spring times 2. And we have this carrier is good from what I can tell. Nope, I want this. There you go. So the front right carrier is good, and our upper is good. That's not much. We need a lot more pieces than that. But once again, this car is quote unquote simple compared to a lot of the other builds. So you'll see as we go, there's not that many parts that we need. There's still a goodly amount of parts, but it's a little bit easier. All right. So next up, I'm going to take this. This motor should come out maybe? No. That can come out though. Okay. The motor is being held up by the gearbox. So we have that at least, the main cross member. So we're good there. Body panels. How does this look? It looks okay. If it's got a split, then it's bad. I think this is... That's not pretty. I don't know. We'll think about that. I might replace... We'll see what we can find in the junkyard. There's no rear bumper. Okay, so we got the front end done. Let's go ahead and take the gearbox off. And we'll bring the whole motor out. This actually has a drive shaft, which those are hard to find, believe it or not, on this car in the junkyard part level. Nope. It's still not coming loose. That is because we still have it connected up in here. No, we don't. So why isn't that coming loose? Well, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Crap. I think once it's up, you can't move it. Oh, well, whatever. Oh, there's our drive shaft. Those are loose, right? Something's going to fall here in a second. Someone sleeps tonight. That engine's in poop. That's trash. So we have a 5-speed gearbox. Why isn't the engine coming out? Because it's still attached to many things. That's why. Oh, we should probably pull this out too. We got a drive shaft. That's good. Put that over here with the exhaust. So there's no battery. Okay, so this can come out. Those look good. We'll keep those. They'll put the electrics. We'll put those over here. That'll be for the back parts. Electrics can go here, like wires, cables, and such. Oh, yeah. There's the engine block. That looks rough. There's some good parts on that, though. We'll get to that. That usually I do the body first, and then we worry about the engine. So we'll work on that later. Brake part right there, the one brake part that we kept, and this brake master cylinder is going in the trash. Work on all that. Okay. Take the pedals out. Those can go over here with all this stuff. Stuff that I don't know how to categorize exactly. That is done, so we need a new brake master cylinder. Brake master cylinder. At least it held its fluid till the end. Okay, so that's everything pretty much out except for the brake lines. And now we need to do the back of the back suspension. This has a lot of parts. All right, so we need definitely I need 2 uppers. And I need 2 lower control arms rear. The half shafts are good. What is this? What is this called? I forget. Rear axle, right? So rear axle housing. Uppers, lowers. How about the control arm? God. Control arm is still there. That spring is bad. There's in a bad shock. So we need 2x rear shocks. 2x rear springs. And we have the control arm. So the only thing that we have, there's one more, and we have 2 more brake lines. So I'm not going to mark that down yet, but we can keep those and reuse them. The car definitely needs a full brake set though, so we're going to, these rotors are worn out. All right, let's take this off. Take that off. Take that off. Take that off. We're going to keep this. This is going in the junk. Pads aren't too bad, but still, they're worn. So rear suspension. We basically have one part. That's our control arm rear. Yeah. We'll put that here. Wow. This is just trash. And 2 brake lines is all we got to keep from all of that. There's that. This is trash. Just throw that away. Nah, we'll see. We'll pawn it off. I mean, I guess we have the half shafts too, and that, yeah, I mean, that's nice. These are as good as they get. So at least we don't have to go hunting for half, because those are harder to see because they're buried in the. Oh, and we also need a rear differential. Rear diff. I wonder what comes on these cars stock. I know there's like 5 or 6 different differentials you can put on them. I'm not sure which one comes stock. Let's get these out of here. Oh, the baby's having a fussing fit. All right. I love doing this. This is the fun part when you actually rebuild the car all the way. And once again, we're going to use semi new parts from the black market as much as we can. Oh my God. Albus is having a fit. And then my wife's like, Albus! Albus! He's all German Shepherd. He's a jerk. He's actually a Dalmatian. He's not a German Shepherd. He's some kind of dog. Spotty, not hairy. Short hair, spots. Looks kind of like Pongo, but goofier. He's a goofy looking dog. He has kind of a Great Dane face, which is funny to me. So in real life, this would kill you, what we're about to do. Watch this. Never do this. I've loosened this, and the spring in real life would come flying out and kill you if you did that. If you loosened all this, though, I'm still missing one there. That should have done it. There we go. Boing. Yeah, that spring would have passed through your head at high velocity and left you dead on the ground. Okay. So, we're going to need let's see, that part's good. This is bad. This is good. This is all good. That's all good. There's rust, but we can remediate it. This is where I'm concerned. So we need to replace. So we need left. Ooh. Left. And right. Rear. What are those called? Quarter panels? No, it's quarter. Those are wheel wells. Wheel wells. I also need trunk floor. Okay. And I think that's it for the list for now, because those are the things that we rebuild first. So we still need to take the car the rest of the way apart, though. So let's bring it back down. All we really have left to do now is the interior and the posterior and the anterior. Usually I just do the doors in whole chunks, so we're going to grab the doors and take them off. Come on, get in there, buddy. He has a very hard time climbing into small spaces. But if we can get inside, then we can just drop these. There we go. Oh, there's my other rear. Okay. This can go back here. We could store these. I don't know. I want to. We could work on them in the house. That'll be. This is our house/paint studio. No, because we're going to have to sandblast them and stuff. So let's just bring them into the garage. We'll set them on the floor. I'm not buying any other additional body panels yet. We'll start remediating the rust, and then we'll look at that. But we have a huge list of parts to get. And I don't usually put the body back together until after we've got the suspension on and usually the engine and stuff back in, because it's easier to work on the car when there's not like parts all over the place and in the way. Keeping it open makes it a little bit easier to work on. So, but we'll still remediate the rust on the framework right away, because that's the first thing that has to be done. All right, so there's our two fenders. Oops. And I don't mind buying panels from the junkyard. Now, the welded panels we're going to buy new, but the doors, the doors are fine, but we are going to need like a hood, and I think we're going to need a grill, and we need a trunk. We need a fuel tank. I forgot about that. We can add that to the thing. Fuel tank. I can spell. We need a hood. Trunk. I think that's all we need. Wait, are there multiple? Can this do multiple pages? No. Okay. Still, I love the fact that we can do lists. That does help us immensely. It's got the pillars in. These are nice. These are both in nice shape, it looks like. We'll reach across. Oh, fudgicles. This door is going to be harder because it's really tight in there. Sometimes we can get it from here. I don't know. There they are. Yeah, not realistic, I know. Using X-ray vision to remove doors. Bloop. And it collapses. Still, look at this. These are pretty good. There's not a lot of rust on these doors. There's some rust on these quarter panels, though, but that's to be expected, and it's not really in bad shape. That's one of the reasons why we picked this car, because the doors are pretty complete, too. I don't know if I have all the window parts, but yeah, look at that. That's got the window parts. That has the window parts. We just need the windows themselves. That's got the crank in it. How about this? Yep, so we have all the window parts except for the actual windows on some of these, and we do those last. And preferably in the daylight. We can see what we're doing. Let's go ahead and remediate the rust off of these parts right now, because the shop's all closed and stuff anyway. And we'll pull the rest of the interior out. This car is almost done with the prep work. And so we're going to go for just the original color. It's a lot easier just to paint parts instead of painting the whole car. And And then the thing that I want you to be aware of is that I know people like to do upgrades and it's cool to do fancy racing parts and stuff like that. But in general, you do not get your money back for the investment. So you're better off just buying stock parts and keeping the car as close to factory as possible, because that's your best earning potential. If you, let's say, put in performance parts engine, you'll spend, let's say the car's worth $14,000 stock. You'll put in $3,000 of parts and then it'll make it $14,500 value. So you'll only get a $500 bonus for $3,000 in parts. That's actually a loss. And that's what we've been, Louis and I tested it out. So it's better for you to not purchase like specialty parts. You're better off just buying the bone stock parts and using those as your baseline. And don't bother with the unless you're doing the car for yourself and you're going to race it. Don't bother with performance parts because they're just added waste basically. They're not worth anything. So yeah, none of these doors have rust on them for now. They probably will by the time we're done because it seems like it just kind of appears. But for right now, they just need to be cleaned, and that's what we're doing. There we go. I think my wife is texting me. Have to see what she wants. There we go. All clean. Let's pull the car the rest of the way apart, and then we'll be done with this episode. My wife fell asleep, and the baby took her cigarettes and dipped them in her coffee. So that's why she was bothering me. Oh, the joys of children. So anyway, yep. So we're going to finish this frame up. I'm looking at the engine now. External engine parts, including, I found that usually the block and like these parts don't go bad. I've never had them go bad anyway, I should say. The internals go bad. So we may pull that apart before I go to. I don't know if I have any more room for notes though. So I don't want to have to make like 20 trips to the guy, but I also know we're probably going to have to make at least 1 or 2 trips. So to the parts guy, that is. This all, except for that. She's like, can you go get cigarettes? I'm like, yes. Yes. Oh, I just ran out of sand. You got to buy a lot of sand, but I'll tell you what, it is, the sander does work a lot faster than trying to hand scrape it. So it is worth it. I wish they'd put a little bit more weight on that sandblaster because it sucks when that thing falls over. And it falls over all the time. Okay, anything inside? Usually you can't get the stuff that's inside anyway. But it's looking good. So, yeah. So all that is sandblasted. So we have the body. Actually, it'd be funny if we look at it. It should say the color or the sand, the rust remediation. I'm not sure how it goes because we still have. Yeah, see, the rust is 100%. So it's 100% clean and 100% rust free. And even the paint is showing 100%. Our color is down. I'm sorry, the color is down because we've sprayed off some of the color. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue with our disassembly build. We need this. So this has beauty ring headlights. So remember that. That's junk. And we need just this headlight for our sample. We'll go down here. And I can't remember if the backlights, I can never get that thing to go on. I think the backlights also are screwed on, if I remember right. Yep, they're screwed on. There we go. So this is dirty. Now, if you look at the condition of this one, yeah, that's garbage. Shoot. So what do we have here? Is this a taillight left? That one looks... that just might be how they look. Because that one looks like that too. We'll keep it. It's going to be status worn, but it won't count against us, so it's fine. Because as long as it's functioning, which you do by replacing the bulbs, which is that's super easy. No headache there. We have one seat, so this car is going to need a full complement of furniture, and I mean interior. And so we'll have to go to the shop. The good news is that it has the one piece of furniture that we need, and that is the seat. The other thing we need is a gear stick. So we're still... I'm trying to think if I can... I need a gear stick from the junkyard. I need a junkyard gear stick. Just to have so that I can use it till we get the right color. That comes out with a screwdriver, so we can grab the screwdriver here and remove that. And I mean, aside from the console, we're pretty much done. Loosening. Oh no, the handbrake is actually this. I thought... Oh, I guess it's the... Oh, it's the shifter that screws. Okay. So we have a seat. What did I do with the seat? Where did I put it? Okay, here. And we have the brake lever. How's everything look here? Looking pretty straight. I don't see any dents or anything, so that's good. This frame is nice. We really did a good job finding this car. I mean, we didn't do a good job, but it was... And that's the other reason why I like these Ladas. You oftentimes do find them in fairly good condition. I'm still predicting it's going to be about $6,000 to rebuild this car. So we'll have a total in of about $8,000, but we'll turn around and we'll make 14. So, and this is going to do that weird crap again. Open and close. Let's see what happens. So let's unscrew this and then we'll... And once again, we won't know if the panel's any good until we go to try it. We definitely don't have a gear, like a speedometer, so we're going to have to put that in. And we'll buy one new, because getting them used, a lot of times they're like 30 or 40 bucks. The new one's 100, but usually if they're new or if they're not new, they don't work. Like half the time they don't work. So there's our car. So at this point, we've 100% disassembled the car except for the windows, and they don't need to come out. They can stay. And so now we have to put it together. And there's a lot of pieces that we are going to have to buy. But that pretty much does it for this episode. So ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed it as we made a big mess of this car. We got a nice pile of stuff all over the place. This is what it looks like when you're rebuilding a car. And... that bumper, I don't know, man. I think we'll keep that's probably what they look like unless they're chromed. And I'm not going to spend $400 chroming the bumpers. That's kind of broken looking there. Honestly, I think this is going to be trash and we're going to have to buy new bumpers. There's one way to tell. If it considers a bumper wasted if there's a split in the middle of it. There's like this little graphical weirdness. To take that off. No, this is good. So there'll be a visible split like right here, and then that's considered the bumper has been past it's gone past its expiration date, right? So, all right. So ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this disassembly process. Now we're going to need to cut those panels out, throw them in the back of the truck. And actually, you know what? I'll do that before we go. We're at 59 minutes. It'll just take a minute to cut those out. So let's go ahead and do that because I know you guys enjoy that part. So I need to find my cutter discs. There they are. I got a bunch of them. Look at me. And there's a cutter wheel. We'll probably, I think we'll just need one, but we might need two. So I'll leave that there. Okay, and we're going to cut that, 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 and that, 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 and that, and the wheel broke. So, gotta grab another one. Last but not leastly, that, that, under the Milky Way tonight. Ugh. My ex-wife used to love that song. And then she'd do drugs and then run off with other men. So, did I just say that on the video? Oops. Edit. No, we're going to leave that in. Whatever. It's been 8 years. She's better now, but that's why we're divorced. Okay, so there we go. Everything looks good here. And we have got all the rust remediated off the car and the floorboards and everything. And so now we got to get all our parts. We're going to go in the morning early to sell everything out of the back of the pickup truck, and then at the junkyard place, or not the junkyard, but at the there's a dealer that buys stuff, and then we're gonna head on into town and purchase parts from the black market guy and see how they do. I mean, I'm interested to see how they hold up, if they're junk or if they're good or what. So anyway, have a good night. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, voice up, and we'll see you next time under the Milky Way tonight. Bye.